Have you ever been in a situation whereby you're in a group and you all decided as a group to do something, but in your heart, you know that is not what you wanted? And over time, as you progress with what you decided to do, you start to discover, probably informally, from the other members that that's not really what they wanted either. This is normally known as the Abilene Paradox. The Abilene Paradox refers to a situation when a group of people make collective decisions that is counter to the thoughts and feelings of individual members of that group. So, in other words, each member in the group don't really agree with that decision, but because of the fear of being perceived as the less intelligent one, as the person who's rocking the boat, or as a killjoy, they decide to agree and go along with the flow. This concept was developed by Jerry B. Harvey, a professor at George Washington University. And of course, when you look at it, it is a concept that applies, of course, in business and in management, but also in life. You can imagine cases where people, basing on the Abilene paradox, have ended up marrying even the wrong person, and they both married each other, and they both, in their personal thoughts, did not believe they were compatible. It happens sometimes you're with a group of friends, and the friends match you guys together, and you all assume you all agree. So, but in management, it's a big deal. And of course, in the case of management, it is very important because when this takes place, it tells a lot about the organization at the end of the day. It normally occurs because human beings have a natural aversion to going together in a group, basically to always agree with the group, humans have a natural aversion to go with the flow. And it's a part of our nature to conform socially. But of course, so a lot of times, the Abilene paradox tends to lead to the wrong decision. So it is important that people are encouraged. When it comes to observing this, people are encouraged and are made to feel safe in the environment so that they're able to object even when they feel it is wrong. And by one person objecting, you might find that everybody else also decides that actually I didn't like the idea, but I thought. Of course, so create a safe environment where people can actually say what they need to say. Expect teams to disagree. Teams that agree perfectly, that is a problem. It becomes groupthink. And it means you all agree. It means there's something wrong. You have to allow for members to disagree. And this is very important, especially when you know there's a member of the group who normally is a naysayer. And in this case, the person is just quiet or the person agrees. Know that something is wrong. Then, of course, actively try to listen to feedback. It's the job of a leader of a team to try to listen to feedback. Even if people are not giving it or they're all agreeing, try to prompt, so that you are able to actually get the fact. Because a lot of times when the Abilene paradox takes place, sometimes people don't want to break away from it because now commitment has been escalated, resources have been put into it, and we continue to commit more time and effort to what we know is wrong because we feel we've already taken that route. And at the end of the day, the end result is always a bigger disaster.